All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Super Metroid Any Percent Speed Gaming Live Qualifier. We have 15 racers tonight in this one. We got on Restream, 4 of them. We got Eddie, Stashio Cat, Apathy Duck, and Emmett. But that's just 4 of the 15 participants. They should be going here shortly. I'm maniacal. I am not running in this, so I'm going to commentate and tell you all what little bit I know about Any Percent. But this is 4 racers much better than I am, and they should have an awesome show. Probably the favorite from the crew here, Emmett, has the lowest PB, but with Any Percent, everything is very much on a razor's edge, and runs can die on quite literally anything if you watched old GDQs or anything. So we'll have to see how things go. We are going to see some route divergence from the runners. I'll try and highlight some of that. Emmett is going to be running what we call new route, Stashio old route, and then Eddie and Duck, I believe, are going to be doing the hybrid route, which is Fantoon, then Kraid, then Ridley, then Dragon. So we're going to see some early Kraids. We're going to see some early Fantoons. Good luck to our runners, as they are first off starting with the earliest Ridley, heading through Ceres Station and going to deal with basically the cutscene boss. And yeah, in chat, comment from Toofus, 15 of them, at least 3 should finish. I suppose that's historically not inaccurate. Any percent definitely, because it is Any percent, you only get the items that you absolutely need and the items that you need to go fast. We might see the runners take some extra safeties potentially, but that is very unlikely or doubtful. More likely than not, we're going to see some adjustments of strats. But yeah, here we go. So first sort of benchmark of how the run is going for most people is what their serious escape time is the first of many reset junctures in the early game for a lot of competitive runners. But because this is a one shot, gotta get it done sort of race here with the qualifier, we're just going to see like Apathy Duck just failed his tile boost there. He's just got to live with that and is going to get a hot 41 out of that. A little bit of a problem there, but at the end of the day, it's a few seconds. Yes, the races can be decided by a few seconds, but the influence of Ceres on the overall run for most people is relatively minor. Really looking to see 44s, 45s, 46s for a lot of these guys, but qualifier, you get what you get. But yeah, very often you won't see runners take saves, especially in Any percent vanilla categories. If it's a tournament race, a 1v1 and one racer has a lead, they are allowed to watch the stream. They are allowed to listen to me troll them. They may or may not choose to do so, and if they have intel that they're ahead of their opponent, then maybe you'll see someone take a safety save, just not lose the race on something dumb. But I don't expect to see anyone save in a qualifier setting like this. But yeah, we do see a mix of Moonfall and not. Stashio Cat not using Moonwalk. Other runners, many other runners do elect to use it. It does save some time. One of the biggest time saves was right there, going down the room we call the climb. You can clip through some platforms and be right at the bottom of the room, much faster than your normal capped fall speed. Moonwalk is weird, is basically what's going on, but getting Morph Ball, heading over, getting their first missile pack here at Alpha Missiles, down through the construction zone. Emmett going for a nice down back there. Eddie getting the nice down back, as does Stashio. Duck having a little bit of trouble. Everyone running a pretty aggressive strat there. But yeah, these runners all have PBs in the mid to low 40s range, so times that are all very competitive. Any one of them could win this race. And looks like we're on the elevator in the order of Emmett, Eddie, Stashio, and then Duck. Elevator ride about 15 seconds, and no one behind more than that early in this game. And Emmett, going through one of the pirates there, has to turn around and get one of them here. Have to kill all the pirates in that first room to get the doors to open, and just the ones that are in your way, if any, in the climb. We do see Stashio going for a ledge grab climb or a behemoth style climb, as opposed to everyone else going for their wall jumps. Definitely advantages and disadvantages. Getting a little caught up here by some of those pirates. Not the intended strat, but again, maybe you see someone reset over that in a normal like PB attempt, but not so much today. So first mini boss that we have here is Bomb Terizo. Him is just about to begin the fight, setting himself up on just the right X pixel so that Bomb Terizo won't swipe and will immediately jump back into the corner. You see everyone is going for that pixel perfect setup. If there are challenges to getting it, you might see runners back up to a safer spot. But looks like everyone's going and good, and a little bit of RNG here, depending on how these missiles drop. Stashio's health wasn't perfect, and so he did get a mix of health and missiles there, having a little bit of a slower BT. And actually, Apathy Duck, out of the basement for these four runners, but having a little bit of a hang up there on that Alcatraz. And Stashio, clean Alcatraz there first time. Third jump off the left side. You love to see it. And everyone's going to grab this energy tank here in Terminator. It's the easiest one to get, and you're going to need to get at least 3 of those in order to make it through the run. Do need 3 because with both of your suits, the gravity suit and the Varia suit, Mother Brain's Hyper Beam or Rainbow Beam at the end of the run will deal 300 damage, so you need to at least be able to survive that. Many runners will elect to take a 4th tank, so we'll see if anyone chooses to take a 4th tank. It's not even that uncommon to see a 5th tank. That's one of the nice things about any percent is, if you aren't as practiced as these runners, Apathy Duck having a little bit of trouble with that door frame, but has full health, so is able to get the drop from that Zilla. But if you're not as practiced as these guys, you can really get whatever safeties you want. Saw Apathy Duck and Stashio just roll right across that bridge, as had Emmett and Eddie before them, doing a mock ball, maintaining their run speed while rolling to sequence break around having to go get the speed booster or do some really inconvenient boosting through that room. Able to get their super missiles early and skip a mini boss here. They're not going to see Spore Spawn today, not in the any percent category. And let's see, what are we going to get here in Big Pink? Eddie going for a down back. I didn't catch what Emmett did. Let's see. From Stashio, a down back, and Apathy Duck also a down back. These cowards are not going for the free weave, and Shiny Zenny would be very disappointed in all of you. I don't know about Emmett. I don't know if Emmett went for the weave. It's mostly a meme. But all the runners getting their charge beams. So far, no insurmountable hiccups. And just making their way down to Red Tower, where we're going to see that divergence. We're going to see Emmett go up. Then we're going to see Duck and Eddie also go up, and Stashio go down. This is the big decision juncture between new route and old route. You have a choice to go up and make your way over into the wrecked ship and fight Phantoon early with not so many resources, or go all the way down, fight Kraid, get that Varia suit, and go clean out Upper Norfair for all of those sweet, sweet movement items. and emit 2 alpha power bombs, and he's going to head up and fight the moat. Stashio going down, having to fight the mom claw there, the yapping maw, grabbing and pulling him into the water. None of our other runners will have to contend with water physics, at least in that room, but the moat coming up for Emmett. Big challenge room here. So there's a few ways across this room. Nice entry to Kraid's Lair there by Stashio. I cannot reasonably give any of these runners crap because they're all much, much better than me. I'll just own that right now. But we're going to see if Emmett's setting up along the door, going for a CWJ or continuous wall jump attempt. Jumped a frame or two early, is probably going to back that up with a horizontal bomb jump here. Neither of these ways across this are necessarily the intended way, and they both are kind of inconvenient. But Emmett taking a dip in the moat, leaving the door open here for Eddie to maybe overtake him. Moat, the first real boss of New Route, and Emmett with a nice horizontal bomb jump, Eddie with a less nice horizontal bomb jump attempt. Stashio into Kraid. Emmett's across, and Apathy Duck and Eddie. Eddie having that moat boss be a problem, but Apathy Duck is across. Nice horizontal bomb jump for Duck on the first try. Again, major reset point for runs, but this is a qualifier. You got to make it happen. And speaking of make it happen, we've got the bottom half of Kraid. We've got bottom half of Kraid here. Stashio's ammo is not in good sorts. His health also not in good sorts, so he's going to lose a lot of time here on this fight. This is not where you want to be. I think he may have been down in health bomb range. Needs to get his health sufficiently high, both to not die and also to get drops from these claws. The only source of ammo in this fight. Okay, we're back out of health bomb range. We're getting missile drops. That's good. He uses one on the claw. Maybe a little bit of a frustration choice. But yeah, the pea shooter, not a very effective weapon against Kraid. The bomb jump here, an effective weapon against Moat for Eddie as he makes it across. Meanwhile, Emmett and Apathy Duck both already into the Fantoon fight. Good to see all the runners across the moat. Want to see Kraid turn much more red than he is right now. These pea shooters only dealing 60 a pop. Missiles are good for 100, and then the super missiles are good for 300. Kraid has 1,000 HP, so if Stashio's planning to get this done with just the pea shooter, we're going to be here a minute. Well, we've already been here a minute. We're going to be here like 2.5 minutes probably. Nice mock ball into Fantoon from Eddie as Apathy Duck finishes up his Fantoon. Emmett already safely out, full health, full ammo, maybe a little lower than he wants on the power bombs, but not a bad situation on the lower right screen. Stashio still. Kraid, okay, sinking back into the ground. Stashio's made it through Kraid. Not the very time that he wanted. Not the very time that anyone wanted it, unless you're maybe doing hundo or something. But he's made it through, and we'll see what he does to bring this one back. Oh, Eddie going for a little air Doppler there. Looks good. Getting the redemption fast and finishing Fantoon off there with the bonus round. And oh, Stashio with the Variosuit running into Sklade. Man, that is not what you want to see. Just resets the room, goes back, gets his full supers. I definitely understand trying to min-max. Nice, I think that's a 3-frame shot that Stashio just hit with the pea shooter to shoot that door open. So showing off a lot of skill. Just when things go bad in Super Metroid, they go real bad. they go real bad real fast. Emmett through to bowling, gets a nice little break here. Um, let's see, we have Duck heading into his bowling. Has what looks like just enough health if he's going to, you know, not get this in 2 hits. Usually you want to see it in 2 hits. I have a bit of a spoiler here that yeah, Duck was saying in the race time chat. Took 3 hits in bowling, but luckily the drops he got in that pancakes and puddles room, I don't know what it's actually called, pre-bowling, with all the chutes and the waivers, he was able to get enough health drops and make it through with 4 health. So we're going to see how he manages his resources from here. Pretty much everything that you do in this game, basically in the any percent run from Fantoon, really, down through, I guess for the hybrid runners, Kraid, or through Ridley and then through Dragon even, very much balanced sort of on a wire. Duck taking it nice and slow, doesn't want to lose the run, does only have 2 health. Emmett going for a 2-cac attack farm here in Upper Red Tower. Just trying to get a little bit of extra health, a little bit extra to manage the run. And Stashio heading over to get one of the reasons you wanted to come down here and do Kraid first in the conventional route is to have that speed booster that he's going to go pick up right now. We will see everyone grab that, but of course some of them will be purple when they do it. Stashio's doing it on orange with just the various suit, which protects from the heat. Gravity suit, a little overpowered, protects from the heat and the water physics. One of those things where if you've just played maybe the randomizer for Super Metroid, you'd be used to some edits that were made where those protections are split between the suits. But Gravity Suit in normal Super Metroid, it's the bee's knees. It's where you want to be, which is the whole incentive for going and getting that Fantoon done first. The downside, of course, very dangerous. Lots of spikes in bowling, and can find yourself in a world of trouble pretty fast. And we see Duck is getting his Spazer Beam. This is an item here that we did not see Stashio grab. Stashio is going to be grabbing the Plasma Beam instead of the Spazer Beam, mostly because he likes it more, also because he will be able to take advantage of it for lower Norfair, and it's actually worth the time. It's pretty out of the way to go get, but you do get it in old route because you have it for long enough to justify the time loss. And nice wave shot there from Stashio on his double chamber exit. Very cool. Farming the viola there. Or I guess that's the multi-viola, isn't it? Yeah, multi-viola, because it's not stuck to the wall. I'm bad with enemy names. As we see Emmett just down into Upper Norfair going and doing his item collection before Lower Norfair, where we see Apathy Duck on that hybrid route is going into Kraid's Lair. Stashio, meanwhile, has completed his Upper Norfair collection extravaganza and is going to head up and do his Fantoon fight now to get that gravity suit so that he will be ready to go into water, into Lower Norfair, into pretty much everything. So the early part of the game, a nice balance between getting those items that are going to simplify your movement and enough ammo to finish the game and killing bosses, and then we are going to rapidly transition into the I've got everything I need, I just need to go and kill all the bosses part of the game, which is about where we see Emmett is just about to that point. At this point he has Charge, Ice, and Spazer, and he'll be getting the Wave and the Speed Booster here soon. And then that's pretty much it for Emmett. Gonna need another energy tank at some point, but he won't be getting that until one that's in his way in Meridia outside of Batwoon. So See if Eddie can get his crate quick kill. I didn't catch whether Duck got it. Duck getting that shot with Spazer, a little bit of a tighter or a wider frame window than the one that we saw Stashio go for. Didn't quite hit the door, but that is okay. Emmett gonna go collect his speed booster as Stashio gets his power bombs. And yeah, Eddie and Duck now both with their gravity and various suits. Or gravity suits, no various suit. Rather, but Kraid dead. Do get the benefit of that Sklade refill from the mini Kraid there for their super missiles that Emmett did not have. But Emmett's going to get it at maybe a more timely point, and also going to have speed booster for that room. Really, the whole reason to do Kraid after having gone down to fight Ridley. Ridley is going to take a lot of super missiles, and then you're going to want that refill because going into Meridia, which is going to be last for 3 of our Forerunners, an area that can really also be very super missile hungry, so you end up being very drop dependent with this hybrid route that Eddie and Duck are on. So now that it's not 3 Phantoon fights kind of all at once, we'll maybe get to see what sort of patterns Stashio gets. Stashio is going to have the benefit of having Charge Wave, so maybe we'll see him use that Power Bomb for an X Factor. Maybe we'll see him go for the Doppler missile strats that we saw our new and hybrid route runners go for. Nice speedball from Stashio Cat headed into Phantoon. And we'll see what sort of Phantoon strat he goes for. It does look like maybe he's setting up for that X Factor. With 1 Power Bomb, he won't be going for a double X. Yeah, it looks like he's going for single X, though. Nails all 4 particles. Those deal 300 damage apiece. Phantoon with 2,500 HP. Is going to be able to clean this fight up with of 2 missiles, and a super. Does not look like he got what he wanted out of that. Actually, if he did, or no, he was going for a pure X. He wasn't going for 2 and 2 in the first round, so he needed a little bit more. Did need a short Doppler into it and just missed the super. Does have a super to back it up with, though, and clean pick up there on the 3rd round. Meanwhile, Emmett had a very nice Lava Spark into Lower Norfair, and is into a particularly dangerous part of the game here in Lower Norfair. You're not really intended to be down here with this few items, but he's been here before, and nice top shelf short charge there with the door closed. And into the worst room in the game. So far, the setup looks good. Nice wall jump, and he is through the lower part of the room, which is the one which gives it the name worst room in the game. So far, Emmett having a pretty nice Lower Norfair. 6 and 7 for ammo. His ammo is actually looking pretty nice. And so far, the thing that I'm most happy about, I am pleased to report that there have been no forfeits yet in the race time channel. So it seems that nobody died to Phantoon today. You know, everyone seems to be on. You know, everyone's playing all right. You love to see it. Stashio heading into bowling. And looked like a nice double KO there from Emmett into Wasteland. His resources, I mean, he's got a lot of supers, but his health resources may be a little low. 10 supers, man. That's... Could every run just be like this, Emmett? But those metal pirates that he just farmed with those sparks, very, very good super and large health drop rates. So it can help give you that key refill right before going into Ridley. Emmett manipulating the Zebo movement here just to get a little bit of an extra farm. He's using some supers, so wanted to have 2 shots at refarming the super from the Zebo that he used on the Ghidorah, just because supers are so valuable here for this Ridley fight. Does get his drop. And Stachio now is going to have his purple suit. Gonna match everyone. And Emmett saving his super missiles. Now we saw him run through Ridley's tail there. It's a nice aggressive strat. That was intentional so that he could continue to charge his Spazer shot and just save just a little bit of time. These guys are excellent and are experts at trading their health for time saves. So that's, if you see Emmett take damage, it's usually because he intends to, because it's saving him some time somehow. That one, not so much. That was just a little bit of a flub. But very nice fight so far. Ridley has changed colors into the more aggressive phase. Emmett, you're going to want to get out of that acid. And there we get... Oh, Eddie, just not quite far enough, but Apathy Duck, nice and into lower Norfair. And Eddie also in with the lava jump backup. Emmett cleans up Ridley. Health and ammo looking okay. Maybe not great. Great health. Maybe not great ammo. We do see him choosing to farm up all of his power bombs. Not quite the deboost he wanted off of that Viola, but did get an extra super missile drop there on his way out. And nice Flower House exit. And Duck, missing his short charge, is going to need to use his power bombs here to get through pillars. But luckily, well, maybe unluckily, I think I can't tell if he has 3 or 2. I think he has 3. I think he came in with full. If he came in with full, he was cognizant of that potential situation, potentially, and just doesn't want to have to grab the power bombs. A shame. There is a backup here for it. Eddie having a little bit of upper worst room in the game issues, but makes it through. Maybe we see a little bit of a Ridley pre-farm, maybe not. Runners have various strats for what they want to do in the pre-Ridley room. Duck with a Shine Spark here on the Key Hunters to reduce some lag. These big red Key Hunters in the red Key Hunter shaft are very, very laggy boys. Don't know if that's going to get the... Yeah, that wasn't quite up against the wall, so Duck didn't quite get the bomb bounce that he wanted, but is good on power bomb management. I can tell that's a 1 for sure. And yeah, Eddie right on Duck's heels here into Wasteland. Nice Wasteland there from Duck. And goes for the double keg off the spikes. Doesn't quite get it. It's pretty tight. And Stachio getting his third energy tank. We're going to see him go for what is called the full halfie here. Going to go for some wall jumps, try and shoot this door out, get a down grab. Doesn't quite get it. Chooses to back out of it with a spark up into the ceiling just to make it to the ledge. An astute choice there by Stachio. It's a fairly frame-tight strat. And if you miss it, you just want to make it through as fast as possible. But we will see the other runners, when they get there, also attempt it and try and go flying across this, trading their health for speed. And Emmett going to be the last of our 4 runners into Kraid, but by design. Just route differences. And he will benefit from being able to get those extra super missile drops from the mini Kraid on his way out before he goes and does Meridia. Yeah, Duck into his Ridley fight, as is Eddie. Duck's Ridley's looking pretty cooked. Eddie's is still a little raw. So we'll see how they finish their fight. We see Duck is using slightly less aggressive strats than what we saw from Emmett, choosing to roll under those tail pogos. Just a little bit more conservative, gives him a little bit more leeway to take hits in the fight if he needs to. And we see Emmett heading over, getting that Various suit, just like we saw from everyone else. Runners do need to get that, not for the damage reduction property, not because it makes anything else safer, just because of reducing the Hyper Beam damage. And Stachio just space jumping back through the Coliseum right now. Gonna head over and get his Plasma Beam. It'll be his last pickup unless he decides he wants something extra, but his last necessarily routed pickup. He's good on health, and that Plasma Beam is going to save him time in Lower Norfair, make some of those strats that you see our other runners doing to make it through the rooms, especially the Lower Norfair exit that Emmett just cruised through, but that we'll see coming up here from Duck and Eddie here shortly. Stachio charging the Plasma Spark. Decided to not quite go for it, but did charge the Spark. I thought maybe we were going to get a Plasma Spark attempt. Yeah, Duck. Good health here for this this exit, which is good because as he's showing, those red key hunters do deal 50 damage a hit, and he does have the three musketeer key hunters coming up in sort of that last gatekeeping room of the Lower Norfair exit with Plasma Beam or with Screw Attack. Not so bad of a room, but for any percent new route and hybrid route runners, absolutely one of the most practiced rooms for everyone. You just want to try and make it through these guys, taking a minimum of damage. Looks like Duck is routing one intentional hit there on the second Key Hunter. Pretty common strat if you have 50 health to spare. And makes out is choosing to save his power bombs. Is going to need one here to leave from the Bubble Mountain area, and is going to want some from Meridia. We'll see what he does to manage his power bombs. And nice full halfie there from Emmett. That's exactly what was intended, what it was supposed to look like. And nice moonfall down here into Dragon's area. Gonna clear out these turrets, and then he's going to have his Dragon fight. Now we see, for instance, Apathy Duck doing some extra farming there of the Sovas in the business center area. Maybe trying to get some of those extra super missile drops. Yeah, Eddie, meanwhile, has his supers in really good shape. Did quite a bit of extra farming. Really wanted to be sure that his ammo was in good shape into Meridia. So we're gonna see how Duck chooses to handle his super missile situation. This is sort of the challenge of that hybrid route, is that you don't get that refill from the mini crate. Does farm that extra power bomb there from the crabs. And Emmett has a stored spark there from that spike suit, and sparks right back across the Coliseum. And so Emmett now has all 4 of his major G4 bosses dead. Just needs to head over to Torian and fight Mother Brain now that that statue will break and reveal the elevator for him. see. Duck has made it through his botch wound. Gets that last energy tank. He's going for a nice safe 4 tank, and ooh, needs to not go down that sandfall or that sand pit. See if Duck gets his full halfie here. I believe Duck. I have faith. Nice down grab, looks clean. And Duck passes his movement test. Good job, Duck. Stashio using that plasma already to full effect, doing some lag reduction for that power bomb he needed to drop. See, oh, he has 5 power bombs, but he's going to choose to go back and go for fast pillars again. Does get it on the second go round, and Eddie for his movement test. Will he pass? Nicely done. And Emmett just has to run back through Terminator. And does go for the shot into Mach Ball. Not quite. Not quite. Duck. Pretty red-looking Dragon here. I thought that Spark was going to kill. And now we're going to have to see what he chooses to do. His health is maybe in a little bit of a risky space. But does choose to Spark and go for the blue suit. And then uses the suit immediately. Does not convert it to a spike suit. And Eddie, I couldn't tell if that was an overmash or a bad frame there, but also does not get a spike suit. But we have a race here between Eddie and Apathy Duck. Stashio just a little behind on routing. Went for a powerhouse there. Didn't quite get that second jump, but cleanly through. Is going to go into his Ridley fight. He's going to have a very different looking Ridley fight from what you saw from the new and hybrid route runners. By virtue of having that charged plasma beam, it's going to deal a lot of damage to Ridley. He's a lot less dependent on his ammo and is going to generally have a much quicker fight. Is one of the big areas where you do save time from having that plasma beam. And Emmett into his Metroid rooms, doing a little bit of grouping, but like not grab grouping, just kind of drag grouping. Nice strat there in Metroid's 1 from Emmett. See if he gets the Rinka D boost. Nice. Does get a Rinka D boost here into Metroid's 3. And so far, the Metroids have been pretty obliging with the ammo drops, which is important because Emmett is on 15-10. 15 missiles, 10 super missiles. Does give him enough to finish the game, but if he made it through the rooms with bad super drops, he would find himself in a pretty rough situation. Yeah, we've seen a separation here between our new route runner, our old route runner, and our 2 hybrid runners. With our 2 hybrids in pretty close competition, an elevator apart, basically less than that. Emmett going for his baby skip. Gonna see if he can clear out this big side hopper and then run and keep the baby from grabbing onto him. So far looks okay. And oh, just maybe a little early on that last jump. Thankfully, only has 3 E-tanks. Nice Wasteland Speedball here from Stashio. So, good news about Emmett on 3 tanks is it's pretty quick for him to get his health drained. Yeah, that baby came out of nowhere, man. It just... I understand. I've been there. Stashio less concerned about health here because charged plasma much nicer for getting through those 3 musketeers. And Duck Nice G4 there, in with a 38 3x. Eddie with what I'm only going to assume is a 38 4x. No timer Eddie. We see Stachio does farm up or just use the plasma beam to murder those key hunters there in Three Musketeers, and those are going to be his resources that he is using to head into G4 himself and into Torian. And so far, things are going well for Emmett. Good, he's made it through his Mother Brain 1 fight. Good Zeb skip, good Mother Brain 1. And he is going to just need to make it through this fight. It's a 60-shot fight for Emmett with Charge Ice Wave Spazer to deal the 18,000 HP that Mother Brain 2 has. We're going to see Stachio with a 20-shot fight, the other biggest time save from getting that plasma beam. Oh, and Emmett taking some onion rings is going to have to be very careful for the rest of this fight. Can't really take too many more hits. There are some things he can take some hits from, like the center of bombs. Those are safe. Oh, and that down dodge. Ooh-wee. So if he took one of those onion rings plus that bomb hit, that was the end for Emmett. Nice, took the center bomb hit. That rounds down to 0 with gravity suit, so that one's okay. You just want to be sure to be right on the center. And it seems like he's settling into a decent pace, using some hitbox compression there. I have faith in it. I have faith. Oh, toe into the ketchup. And that's how any percent runs end. So GG to Emmett. That's going to be the end. There was no save, no backup, and we'll see. Now we have a close one between Duck and Apathy. Or Apathy, Duck and Eddie. Duck and his Apathy. As Duck is on his baby skip, we'll see if he's able to convert. As is Eddie. If either of them doesn't get this, that will likely decide the race between them. Eddie getting grabbed, so Duck now with a pretty substantial lead and 4 tanks. But GG to Emmett. That is, just the way it breaks. And a lovely run from Emmett nonetheless. Really cool strats he got to show off. Got to show us the new route, which really does exist on a Razor's Edge pretty much from about 6 minutes in until the end. And Emmett navigated that pretty impeccably until just some rough patterns at the end, and won't be the last new route run that we see die. And Stachio into his G4. So far, we've lost Emmett and we've lost Volrath, but we have 13 live racers. Will Duck or Eddie be our first live finisher to escape the planet? And Emmett has joined us in chat. GG, Emmett. No need to be sorry, dude. You put on a sick one. That was a really great race, really great run. Moat, Mother Brain, those things can just happen. But room to room, very, very impressive stuff. So while we're just watching these boring Mother Brains, right? Nothing can possibly go wrong. I do want to remind you, if you're not already, go follow the runners. All 4 of these dudes, putting a lot on the line, putting it out there today, and grinding Super Metroid very hard generally. Excellent players, excellent streamers. Oh, and yeah, Duck showing off why he wanted that 4th tank. Also dunking his toe in the ketchup, but much less lethal for him. Is saved by that bonus tank. And Stachio through Torian. Going to be into his baby skip attempt here. I see Stachio also has joined us in chat. We'll see to what he is referring here shortly, maybe. As Eddie got his hyper beam shot, survived. So, unless things go real weird, we're going to see some finished runs here from Duck and Eddie, and hopefully also from Stachio, who's doing it on 3 tanks. Yeah, Baby's hungry today. Baby has eaten 2 Mother Brains so far, 2 Samuses. Probably, hopefully, fingers crossed that Baby is going to get a 3rd Mother Brain. And maybe be sated until the next qualifier. Apathy Duck, the first of our restreamed runners to earn that Hyper Beam, just has to fire 36 shots into Mother Brain 3 and then escape the planet. So far, pretty clean Mother Brain 3. You want to get ideally 4 shots per jump to connect. Keep her from being able to do any of those very aggressive attacks. And a nice Mother Brain 3 there from Duck. And we'll see what we get from Eddie, as Stachio also has made it through into his Mother Brain 2 fight. We're going to see a very different Mother Brain 2 from Stachio with that charge Ice Wave Plasma than what we saw from our other runners. Should be a safer fight, but even still, with only 3 tanks, you take a hit from the wrong thing, you take a catch-up bat or something, then the run just ends. It's one of the good things about Super Metroid speedrunning is, there's no point at which it gets free. The fight can be 85-95% successful, but there's always that chance. So it always feels good to make it through Mother Brain 2. Meanwhile, Duck getting ready to spark up the climb. Nicely done, going for a classic right side spark. And Stachio is through, is going to survive that Hyper Beam, and is going to get saved by the baby. 3rd Mother Brain for Baby. And Duck, nice Parlor there. Parlor impossible on pace, but is going to make it to the ship and finish with what looks like a low 47-minute time. So GG to Apathy Duck. Is going to finish in 2nd place in the race and first on our restream with an official time of 47 minutes and 4 seconds. Our first finisher was Z Music. Z, welcome back to Super Metroid, dude. Good to see him running again. Also follow Z, follow everyone who's in this race, really. Finished first with a 44.08. Right behind Apathy Duck, we have Eddie coming in with a 47.29. See it right there on his timer. 3rd place for Eddie, and only a couple seconds behind there, about 20 seconds behind, we had Professor School come in 4th with a 47.58. And Nintoaster in 5th with a 48.25. GG's to all of those folks. All excellent runs, and we'll see Stachio finish his run here in the next couple minutes. But I don't actually know exactly how the qualifiers are working, whether it's scored or whether it's hundo format, where it's just ranked by whatever the best you are able to do. I actually really liked that about the Super Metroid 100% tournament, where you just had X qualifiers to put up the best time you could in the category, and then that was the way the seating was done, and I felt like that was nice. But yeah, had P-Toil come in sixth with a 49.28, and we'll see if or sorry, 48.46 for P-Toil, my bad. We'll see what Stashio is able to do here. I can't read times. That's what I'm learning. But GG's to Eddie as well. Makes it through. GG to Emmett and Apathy Duck. And Stashio Cat is going to be coming out on top here soon. Bonking the door a little. Gonna have to do a little stutter short charge. Nice clean backup. Classic right side spark. You'll love to see it. Nice parlor we got going on. And, ooh, Stashio making an unorthodox choice here. Don't sanction this. Avert your eyes from the top right screen. Stashio has chosen to deal with Metroid Fusion. Stashio wants us all to be here just a little bit longer. I was like, man, how's the escape going to take you that long? There he does. He makes it to the ship. GG to Stashio. Hits the ship there with an official race time GG time of 50 minutes, 31 seconds. Stashio is reminding us he spent 2 minutes on Kraid. I think that's a little bit generous to you, Stashio. I think it was probably closer to 3. It was an astonishing Kraid. It really was. We got to see a lot of Kraid today. But GG to Stashio, Eddie, Apathy Duck, and Emmett. But between P-Toil and Stashio, we also had Beef Robber with a 49.28, Simo with a 49.34, and Fat Scott with a 50.08, and right behind Stashio, Sopa 0343 with a 50.41 in 11th. So GG's to all of those runners. Just double underscore B4 and Radon 0303 still running. Good luck to them as they finish out their runs. But yeah, that was a great showcase by all of our runners today. Really excellent stuff from all of them. Emmett's run, unfortunately, did die late on Mother Brain, but all of them made it through their G4 bosses and, did what they had to do to try and put up a strong time in the category, overcame some early obstacles with Moat or BT or, Fantoon or bowling damage or whatever it may have been. And showed some great backup strats, some of those things that you really only see come out in qualifiers. But excellent race from all of them. That will wrap up our second SG Live qualifier. The next SG Live qualifier, I believe, is 10 a.m. tomorrow. Let me double check. Yeah, we have or 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, sorry. 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for qualifier 3. Going to be commentated by Crazy Al and Dice NL. And then tomorrow evening, we're going to wrap up the 4th qualifier 4, 10 p.m. Eastern again tomorrow. So that'll be the final qualifier for SG Live, and then we'll have all the info we need to figure out who is in, who is out, and what that bracket is going to look like. But one last time, GG's to our runners. Thank you to all of our tournament organizers, Eddie among them, doing some great work behind the scenes to make sure this all goes off without too many hitches. And thank y'all for hanging out. Hopefully, you enjoyed the race as much as I did. GG's to all of our runners, and we will see y'all next mission.